afternoon. You are tuned into Ability Matters, program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. Ability Matters is one of the longest running disability-related programs in the whole wide world. Starting its headway on air in 2007, you can now listen to podcasts of previous Ability Matters programs on YouTube and Spotify. Just search for Ability Matters. Ability Matters is brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability.
Yes, thank you, Sean. Oh, thank you, Sean, the recording on. Yes, there we go. And I'm just going to pass over, get into the... this is Ability Matters, and I'm your host, Tony Scott Emilio. And yeah, we also have, as per normal, my co-host, Bec from Flagstaff. How are you, Bec?
Good. How are you today, Tony?
I'm feeling pretty good now. I mean, considering I just had a bit of a blunder with some words before earlier, but it's all right.
All good. It's all good. So we've got Alison, who's
That's
also
right.
from Flagstaff,
Yeah.
in talking with us today. How are you, Alison?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Tony and Bec.
No, thank you for coming along. So I'm just going to dive straight into the questions so we can get as much covered as possible. I was just wondering if you could tell us about your role as executive manager of strategy and growth.
Sure. So I've been at Flagstaff for around 8 years and the role has evolved.
Beautiful.
As strategy and growth, we look at everything from marketing, innovation, sales, project delivery, strategy for the whole organisation in how we can build our 5 disability enterprises and our NDIS services. So it covers a lot. We have a team of 9 in this area. And yeah, we are always looking for new and better ways to do stuff.
Oh, yes. You're a lady of many hats.
That I am.
Yes. So I'm just curious about, I've been hearing about the Activation Hub. What is the Activation Hub?
So the Activation Hub is part of our strategy in training people with disability to get jobs. So through our Access to Work program, we have developed a Activation Hub. So it's a place where people with disability can learn skills from a registered training organisation and actually get real life work experience in a partner organisation and then get help to get a job. So our first Activation Hub is in partnership with Gateway Life in Wollongong in their cafe. So we've partnered with Illawarra Community College where the group of ladies and gentlemen can actually get hospitality skills. They get a certificate for their skills and then they do real life work experience 1 day a week in the cafe, hosted by our lovely Tash, who's teaching them how to make coffees. I think they were learning beetroot coffee for everything the other week.
That's a new one.
Beetroot coffee? Is there a beetroot coffee?
Apparently.
Oh, wow.
Is that like just for like the new vegan people this generation? Beetroot coffee.
I just think it's a trend.
Okay, trending, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah. And then Illawarra Community College trains them. They work 1 day a week work experience, learning coffees, food handling, customer service, which is really important in any industry. And then our job coach then assists them in gaining employment. So, example, our last cohort, 4 of them got employment at Wynn Stadium doing food stuff.
That's great.
Do you mean making the food or just like delivering the food?
All different things. So some could be in the cafe. One, Mario, he's a runner. So he's running the cafe, running, all the stock from the stock room to the cafe.
Right.
One's serving, one's making coffees. So yeah, it's our first of many activation hubs, but we're in pilot stage.
So shout out to the people at Illawarra Community College and also the team at Gateway Live. Thank you so much for coming on board and being
part of
the pilot for those kind of things. That sounds exciting. So really, is that about getting people more so out into the community, working within average operations on a daily basis?
It is, but what our research has also found is people still need the security of someone helping them and gaining that confidence and getting rid of that anxiety when they're looking for a job. So we're providing a safe environment with supports, teaching them how to do stuff in a real life job situation rather than a simulated job situation.
Give them more concrete certainty, yes?
Absolutely. So we're teaching them skills, but we're also, the communication skills, how to get rid of anxiety, how to talk to people.
Lovely.
That confidence building, correct.
Beautiful.
I suppose good foundations to get out there and take on whatever comes their way.
Absolutely. And if you remember when you did your first job, how scared you were.
I was just thinking as well. So this, you said earlier, work experience, yes?
Yeah, work experience.
So this would be just like what we would have had to do in high school, yeah? But
yeah.
So it's like, I'm not saying that these people are delegated to high school level, but similar, same situation, yes?
Yeah. So if you feel comfortable in an environment, you're going to thrive.
Of course.
So that's what we're trying to do. And, people of all ages with disability are all welcome to come to our Activation Hub. It's a 10-week program. We just started our last cohort last Tuesday. We also invite people in the community to come along to Gateway Life Cafe in Kira Street, Wollongong, have a coffee, talk to our guys, because they need that experience in customer service at the same time.
Beautiful. Of course. Coffee and or tea, I'm assuming, yes?
There's coffee, tea, milkshake, smoothies.
Whatever.
Water.
Sandwiches.
There's cake and sandwiches, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Yes. No, I was actually quickly, I was talking to Tash and I'm like, do you still have to touch your hand on the bottom of the milk jug?
Oh.
That's how old school I am.
Yes.
I used to have a red raw hand.
Oh, wow. So, didn't have,
A temperature gauge that they have
Yes.
in there now too.
They have. I'm sure they have thermometers these days.
Yeah.
So back in the olden days, when you would have to.
I actually had to hold my hand on the bottom of the jug to see how hot it was.
Wow.
A lot's changed.
Yeah, and barista training has changed so much. And, now you need food handling certificates if you want a
Yes.
job in that food industry as well. So
If you want to be the teacher, of course, yes, not the learner.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have-
So we provide one-on-one support to get that food handling certificate at
Wonderful.
the same time.
Awesome. Do
Okay.
we want to flick to a song, Tony?
Sure do. I'm going to open up with Chubby Checker from the Contours with Do You Love Me Now That I Can Dance from 1962. Yeah, open up with some 60s and we'll see where we go from there.
You broke my
I
heart.
know this one. Yes, as I'll just repeat myself, that was just The Contours, i.e. Chubby Checker's the singer there, with Do You Love Me, or also known as Now That I Can Dance, from 1962. And now we're getting back to Bec and Alison, both from Flagstaff, to tell us what's going on.
Yeah,
there.
we've got lots to talk about. There's a lot of different things happening at Flagstaff, but with the current situation at the moment, where we've got fires, floods, and all different kinds of emergencies going on, I thought it would be a great thing to talk about. Flagstaff have developed an emergency preparedness pack and different things that people can do in emergencies. Could you please let us know a little bit more about that?
Give us a
Alison?
rundown,
Sure.
just
so,
in case we're in the Flagstaff facilities and something happens, and yeah.
Well, it's actually for home.
No,
For home too, not just
Yeah.
Flagstaff. Okay, so it's a Flagstaff
It's just a Flagstaff initiative to support people with disability in
that
emergency
works across the board.
preparedness. Yep. So
Lovely. Okay, let's
at
hear
home, at work,
Anywhere.
even for disability service providers across Australia.
it. There we go.
So we developed EMBER, which is our emergency management backpack and evacuation resource, which was developed probably 4 years ago now, when the Shoalhaven, 80% of the Shoalhaven was on fire or at risk of fire. We found that a lot of the people we support in disability didn't have an emergency plan, didn't know what to do with the fires. I didn't have an emergency plan, and I live in the Shoalhaven. And when I started researching what we could provide people with disability, there was nothing in the marketplace. So we were very fortunate to get quite a few grants in emergency preparedness, and EMBER was born. And EMBER was actually named after the koala that was 80% burnt in the Port Macquarie fires.
I remember that koala.
Yeah, and survived and has since had a child.
Oh, wow.
Koala, which is nice.
Cute.
So what EMBER does, it provides easy English fact sheets, checklists, videos. There's even a podcast. There's tools such as a communication board a non-verbal communicator app to support people who might have high anxiety and won't be able to communicate with emergency services. There's breathing tools. There's even training for emergency personnel about how to support people with disability in an emergency. So everything is found on emberapp.com.au, and everything is free in our resources to make sure that anyone who's a carer, a family member, or has any type of disability can actually access and be prepared for an emergency, because we don't know if there's a fire or flood coming, and we might take a bit more time if you have a disability to actually get everything ready, get your bag of goodies and medication, get your pets ready as well, and also have backup of all your emergency documentation. So we even have a fact sheet on how to prepare and save all your emergency documentation.
Wow, that's awesome. And I suppose another thing that I'm pretty sure I've read it somewhere, that to organise a buddy that's going to help you to get out.
Yeah, that's right. So we have an app and a paper version of your emergency preparedness plan, and that also encourages you to have, as you said, a buddy, or we call it a street mate, someone in your street that might be able to support you to get out, because often we don't have transport available. So if there's a fire coming, we kind of need the support of a friend, family member or a neighbour to help us. So yeah, there's a whole street mate campaign about how to be a good street mate, catchy jingle as well, and there's lots of fact sheets for neighbours to download and actually see how they can support someone who's vulnerable in their street. It might not be a person with a disability, it might be a senior member or a family member who's by themselves.
A younger member even?
It could be any age, any background. But what we try to do is give tips and tools to help anyone support any vulnerable person.
Well,
Any people listening online that are from Victoria, this could be very helpful for you at the present time.
Well, speaking online, I just speaking of online, I just looked up the website that Alison mentioned just moments ago, and yes, it seems very informative. Broadcast, pictures, plenty of text. And
yep, so there's
detailing.
checklists to download. We worked with over 120 emergency personnel, agencies and people in the community to see what they needed. We did focus groups, we did a lot of research, and things like the non-verbal communicator was mentioned by a Red Cross volunteer who said when they were at the evacuation centre they couldn't communicate with somebody.
Ah, yes, and yeah.
So we've created an app to help communicate.
Especially if they're not that great with writing and stuff like that as well. They need something to have on hand.
Some of the police mentioned that evacuation centres didn't have any sensory tools or anything to calm people down who had high anxiety. So we've got evacuation centre kits that we've given to the Shoalhaven, Macarthur region and Wollongong.
And that would be
councils as well.
That would be the biggest challenge in itself. I mean, aside from the fact you've got the emergency happening, but you have to keep the disabled people with high anxiety down to a calmer level, because you can't have someone running around screaming, going.
That's right.
Losing control and then keeping everyone calm. Yeah.
So on our non-verbal communicator app, we even have like a breathing tool just to help people just think about it, calm down and breathe in the kind of square 4 breathing stages.
Yeah. See, I remember myself, I used to take it pretty personally and negatively when people would tell me, just breathe it out, just breathe it out. I'm like, breathing, I've tried, it doesn't work at the moment. But then again, when I come back later, looking back on it now, that was my own mindset. If I had to just actually listen to what they were saying, actually stopped and breathe and turned away or remove myself, then yes, it would have worked.
So Tony, for people like you, we even have a downloadable music list of very soothing music that you would be able to use to calm yourself down. We've thought about that. We even have cards that are available to help, I'm feeling like this, you turn it around and it tells you what to do.
You mean communication cards? Not playing cards, but like the ones to demonstrate how you're feeling clearly. And like, say, if you're anxious or anxiety or even angry or upset, you can't really communicate your feelings unless you can actually see what that is then. So you just pick out the card, pull out the red card, like soccer or something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Or,
Well,
yeah.
so it has the feeling on one side and what you can do on the other side, and it's also available on the app.
Oh, okay, I understand now. Yes, not to communicate to others, more to yourself. Yes,
That's right. Yeah, so
Right.
you can play our music list
Self-help tool.
understand.
and
Yes.
have a look at the tools.
Well, I just noticed here you can download the EMBER app, as you were talking about, for both Android and iPhone. So there you go.
Yep.
The Big Apple, Macintosh, lovely, old school. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're not app savvy, you can download the resources just online, or call Flagstaff and we'll be able to send you some of the resources.
And do you have the number handy?
It's 42720222.
I'll write that down right now. 42720222.
That's right.
Awesome. All right, let's get back into the questions.
Or do you think it's time for a song? I think it is too. Okay, I'm going to play you, as you mentioned the term pilot earlier. This is the band Pilot with the song Magic. Now, we all know this song has been on many different movies. Now, this is actually a bit of musical trivia now, even though it's from 1974. But Pilot are actually a Scottish pop rock group. And this one's from the album. Actually, the album is from the album of the same name. There you go. Yes, that was his Pilot. The song Magic from 1974. The album from the album of the same name. That's a sort of crazy little kooky name for an album, but there you go. Great little tune there. Okay, let's get back to Bec and Alison, and the time is now currently 27 minutes past 12. So there we go.
Okay, so I'm just curious. We've talked about a lot of stuff already. We've talked about Activation Hub, EMBER. Now I'm curious. You've started to develop a travel training app. Is that to help people be safety aware?
Sure. So travel training, I suppose, is part of all of us. When we were young, we learn how to cross the road safely, left, right type situation, look right again. But with people with disabilities, sometimes they need a bit of extra care and support. So thanks to funding from Transport New South Wales, we've developed an app that will be available at the end of the month. It's just going through all the app testing now, which helps individuals learn how to get from point A to point B. It also looks at how to be safe on public transport.
Yes.
When using cars, bikes, or even as a pedestrian.
Yep.
Because a lot of people, unfortunately, do get hit on the roads that have got a disability. So what we've tried to do is bring all our expertise and the expertise of others, from road safety officers down to police, to help create a little app that's there to support people with disabilities so they don't keep having to ask people. The app also has integrated AI mapping. So if you wanted to come to VOX FM from your home, you could put in the address from your home to VOX, and it will actually give you some alternative options. So it could be your walking distance is 50 minutes, driving's 5 minutes, bikes 20 minutes, for example.
Cool.
I am definitely getting this app for myself because I am obviously unable to drive, so I have to use public transport fairly often. So I remember going through travel training myself, and it was along the lines of a similar sort of pattern, but I had to learn how to get to and from different bus stops here and there and things like that. So yeah, this app you were just talking about was going to be very, very handy for myself. So there you go.
Well, that's good. We might get you to test it.
You might get excited and ride your bike.
That'll be possible. I'm not ruling it out, but
I'm just saying, I'm teasing.
there are options. There we go. Yeah.
It is, but we want to build confidence. So we
Of
want to
course.
make sure that people of any vulnerability feel confident when riding a bike, walking on the road, going on public transport, even catching a taxi could be really hard for some people. So it's about giving them the tips, helping them with safety, what you wear when you're riding a bike to be
Yes.
safe. And
At
also,
least a helmet and open eyes, yes.
Yep, nice, bright, colourful clothes as well, so you can be seen on the road. Have that bell in case somebody comes out in front of you.
And I know I've seen a lot, especially these days, the new mechanical bikes.
Oh, yeah.
E-bike.
Yeah, the e-bikes.
And
Some go too quick.
yeah, little kids. I see a lot of little kids, maybe young teenagers, even younger, on little bikes, and they're on the road too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're zooming.
Yep. So, there's also things like we don't think about because we're in Wollongong and in regional areas, but tram safety when you go to the city.
Wow. No, I never thought about that. Yeah.
So,
I remember crossing like trams and everything when I went to Victoria for different things, different holidays. That sort of not holidays, but different like talks and everything like that.
So guest speaking appearances.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not giving myself credit now or anything, but
We actually got beeped when we went to Melbourne. John was driving, and all of a sudden we heard this beep because the tram
It's coming,
was behind us and couldn't get past.
I thought you were talking about something different than how you always have to be in the right lane to turn left or something like that.
Oh, that's hook turn. That's terrible.
Yeah,
We won't
hook
even
turn,
go into that one.
Yeah, no, different story altogether.
We don't go into that much detail, but we provide the tips, the tricks and the tools to help people feel a bit more confident.
To get from A to B successfully.
Get from A to B, or even if they want to do learner driver, so we do help them get their learner driver theory as well. So stay tuned, have a look at our website and our socials to get the links to the travel trainer by the end of this month.
Wonderful.
That sounds very exciting.
Okay, we'll be right back to it after these short messages. And then I've got some, as I said, I've got some cold chisel coming up, and then we'll see what else we can pull out of our hat here. But for now, this is still Tony with Bec from Flagstaff and also Alison from Flagstaff now we're interviewing. So yes, be sure to come back.
The Flagstaff girls.
Yeah. Be sure to stay tuned to VOX FM 106.9. Okay, right after this, we'll go back to it. Here we go.
Listen loud to the wind, babe.
And yes, that was just Cold Chisel with Bow River from 1982 album Circus Animals. And now let's get back to the questions there with the Flagstaff girls.
Okay, so I'm
That's
just...
Bec and Alison. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Tony. Good music selection. I'm liking it. Who is the cybersecurity program aimed at? Because we're moving into that area as well.
So our cybersecurity program is called Log On, Play It Right, and it's a program designed to teach women who might have experienced domestic violence online, but also it's to prevent domestic violence online and what you can do if you feel threatened online. So the Flagstaff group was awarded funding under the eSafety Commissioner's Preventing Tech-Based Abuse of Women Grants program, which is an Australian government initiative.
It's a mouthful, yes.
It is, yeah.
Is it well?
That's a good
Flagstaff
way to put it, yes.
was the only disability organisation in Australia to receive funding in this area. So
Wow.
we are very excited about this program. Unfortunately, domestic violence isn't an exciting topic, but it's one that we really need to look at, not
Address,
only for
yes.
females, but for anyone who goes online.
Yes, because I don't know about what it's like in your area, but I know I live near the pub in Berkeley, and I'm hearing women abusing men all the time.
Well, we can't help that.
That might be for maybe, I don't want to get into it.
I don't
but
know.
yeah.
It's they're just very vocal. So
Yeah.
guys, like I want to go. I just want to go.
Yep.
Well, so our program is a bit different. We're trying to be innovative once again.
Of course.
And we're using gamified learning, which includes online and offline games that will actually teach people while they're playing the game.
Oh, is that gamify or gainify?
Gaming, so gamification. So I've been looking at e-learning gamification for a long time and finally got some funding to play with it. But it's actually using games and using techniques to teach people while they're playing the game how to be safe online. So
Right.
it's quite exciting. It'll also include easy to read resources, games that people can play with their family or friends that will actually teach them online safety,
So this is like learning through fun?
learning through fun and games.
Wonderful.
So it'll be like a scenario, and then something will happen, and maybe like a little red flag or something might pop up to say, "Oh, hang on."
Yeah, so I don't want to give too much away of
No,
what we're
yeah,
building.
don't tell me what it is, but it's a similar thing.
Yeah, so you know when you play games online, sometimes things pop up and there's flags. So what we're trying to do is teach the people about what to be wary of, or if somebody is harassing someone online.
The right words to use, yes?
Yep, threats, that sort of stuff. It's what you should be doing. So it should be things like who you can contact, if it's really affecting you, how to bring that subject up with your carers or family, where to go for more support. We'll also have some workshops that people can attend, a national awareness campaign, and lots of social media educational posts and media posts, just to bring, I suppose, the learning, the tips, the how-tos and where to go really prominent in the marketplace. This is a national campaign.
So the
that we're
how-tos and where to go would be the right steps and right path to take, perhaps?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yep. The research shows that women with disability are among the most at-risk groups for tech-based abuse. Things like scams, online bullying, coercion, catfishing, and controlling behaviours in digital relationships.
That's a new one, catfishing. You mean fishing with a PH?
No, have you heard of catfishing before? It's when they
real.
pretend to be someone that they're not. So
like deception.
They lure you in with a false
Pretense.
character, or
Right.
Yeah,
and
happens
then
quite a bit
So
in
a
online
scamming,
dating.
in other words, yeah?
Yeah, it's a person pretending to like you and they might be able to get your bank details, or, we've heard lots of bad
Is this
stories.
like one of those things where they're always like, the millionaire from, was it Bangladesh or something online?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that's catfishing, is it?
no, not so much. That's more scamming. Like, say, I build a relationship with a person overseas,
A random person?
and I get their trust and everything, and then I say to them, I really want to come and see you, but I
I haven't
can't
got money,
afford
yes.
the airplane ticket.
Yes.
So then they will give the money for the airplane ticket that I never purchased.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that is.
I know what you mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I always just knew that as just fishing with a PH. But I didn't realise you wanted to say, okay, no worries, it's just a little different.
All types of
Yeah.
fishing.
But
Okay.
these days people can grab a photo from anywhere and say, this is
It's
me.
them, yeah.
This is my name. It's not. They
Yeah.
create
So it's
their
like
own email account.
that's also identity theft, isn't it? Or something like
Well,
that?
it
Maybe
could
not?
be with AI. You don't even need
Yeah.
an identity.
Scary.
They
The
can
world of
create their own
computers.
person or their AI twin, for example.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
That's just me. I'm teaching myself now as I go along. So let's get back to the topic at hand, was it? The same
Yep.
thing, yeah? Of
Yep.
course, yes.
So what we're trying to do is
keep going.
Flagstaff really wants to help women with disability be safe online. We're providing the tools, the strategies, building confidence so they can actually feel confident when using email, banking, online dating even. So that's what we're trying to do with our Log On Play It Right program.
Awesome. And we'll flick to you, Tony, because you've got a very appropriate song.
Of course, yes. I call this one a very apt song we talked about earlier, yes. This song is actually named Hazard by Richard Marx from 1991. So here we go, some 90s tunes for now. I love this tune, hear it now. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yes, as I said, that was just Richard Marx with the aptly titled song Hazard from 1991. Yes, like I said, it's very apt. More of a segue, did we say earlier? Yeah.
Yeah.
A segue to what we were just talking about, yes.
The segue, not the mobile device. The segue.
Not the thing that replaces
The
bike
moving
transport.
into on the same topic.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been talking about, I suppose, a lot of
Potential hazards, yes.
potential hazards, fire. We've talked about online safety, So yeah, kind of was, and as you said, a
It isn't,
segue song.
yeah? Okay.
No, awesome.
Let's
And
get
so
right back to it.
I just would like to know, like, our listeners out there would probably be really interested in some of the programs they've heard about today. How do we get in contact with you?
So Bec, they can go to our website, flagstaffgroup.com.au, and if they go under the projects tab, they'll learn all about our different projects. And we're developing the websites for log on, but you can definitely go straight into the EMBER website from there, download all the tools. If not, you can contact us on 42720222, or even send us an email at hello@flagstaffgroup.com.au, and one of the team will help you with your inquiry. But there's lots of wonderful resources we've developed, so please have a look, inquire, and download the resources, which are for male and female. So it is a female project, our log on, but there'll definitely be tips, tools, and tricks for men as well.
Yeah, we're not aiming at just one gender. It's for both. It's for the human species, I suppose, yeah?
Absolutely. For anyone who's vulnerable online, that can be from a toddler to a senior.
Yes. So if you're, let's say from a toddler to a toddler, sorry, I'll start again. So let's say you said from a toddler to a senior. So if you're, say, a mother or something like that, and you feel your children or something come back from school and they say something like that, and okay, so you can consult this Flagstaff group website for resources.
Yeah,
yes?
well, yep. So we're just at the initial stages. We're building the gaming part at the moment. So there will be a whole website. So if you go to disabilitysafety.com.au, that has all our road safety information. It also links to EMBER app, and it will also link to log on. So we believe we're leaders in disability safety. So we've got our road safety program, our emergency preparedness for floods and fires, and now we'll have our online safety as well.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
That's very comprehensive. A
Indeed.
complete package. So thank you for coming along today, Alison. I hope you've had a good time chatting with us and telling us all about the different things that we've got going on at Flagstaff, as well as what you do.
Thanks, Tony and Bec, for having me, and I'm always happy to talk to you guys.
I feel enlightened because I've been to Flagstaff and seen everything they have available, but there's now so much more to the other side of things. I didn't know about any of this thing. I went to Flagstaff as I knew they were purely a disability group, but
Yep, and you know we've got heaps of jobs available for people with a disability, as well as the training. And I say it in a nice way. You can either be in supported employment, or our Access to Work team can help you get open employment, all for free. So yeah, have a look at Flagstaff today.
don't be afraid out there, people.
Yeah, check it out. It's actually quite exciting what they're doing in the different fields and expanding their grasp into the community.
Yeah, and even Bec's program looks at expanding into community, as she said, and how to support you join groups, join sports, join hobbies, and it's all through storytelling.
Yeah, so that's We Belong for anyone that's interested in having a go, whether you're part of Flagstaff or someone out in the community that thinks that sounds like a great idea.
There you go. Also, Flagstaff, I found, especially for myself, was a very strong self-confidence and communication tool as well. Because as I haven't been involved in a lot of different groups there, but through cooking and whatnot, very, very powerful to learn to talk on different levels with different friends and partners and staff there, of course. Yeah, so very, very helpful, Flagstaff. Good stuff.
It's good to hear, Tony, and we evolve over time as well, and we change our programs and supports to meet the needs of the current market. We're more an integrated workplace now than a disability social enterprise.
That's right. Then they shouldn't just be seen as someone who only looks after people in the disability cliche, like only wheelchair or anything like that, because disability is spread across a whole different, broader sense nowadays. So
Absolutely, and there's all that hidden disabilities.
exactly,
A lot of our staff have got hidden disabilities, and you wouldn't even know that as well.
which I have a hidden disability too, the whole brain injury thing. Like, you wouldn't know anything about me unless you obviously spoke with me a little bit more, and you know, just little maybe subtle things about me, like just pausing a bit too long for looking for a different word in my mazes in my head nowadays, but different things like that. Yeah.
Well, I'll sign off now, if that's okay, Tony.
Thank you very much for.
I'll sign off and say thank you for listening, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for coming along today, Alison, and talking with us. Do appreciate that, and I'll hand it back over to you, Tony.
Thank you.
To wrap
Thank
up
you, Bec,
with your
and
music.
thank you for being here, Alison. We found it very, very important and informative.
Great, thank you.